What's going on, everybody? My name is Steve Benjamin, and with me today I have Danielle Grieman, and we have a lot of ingredients in front of us here that are going to be perfect to make a post-workout meal.
All right, Steve, put us to work today. What are we cooking?
All right, so in front of us here we have, on the far end, we have chicken breast, okay, boneless and skinless. The reason that's going to be your best option for a protein source is simply because that chicken has been prepared to where there's no skin on it, so the fat has essentially been eliminated, but again, you have high protein in there. So we talked about earlier the protein in the universe analogy. So we're looking at this chicken breast. We know that meat sources are going to be high in protein, so this is a perfect example of centering our meal around a protein source. Danielle, if you just want to go ahead and chop that up. Your chicken breast can be prepared in any way. In front of us, we're going to have the pan here, so we're going to use a little cooking oil. We're going to spray that down. We're going to just sort of pan sear that chicken breast in the pan, and then you can see that we also have vegetables that we're going to be adding to that, and then also some brown rice here, brown rice and quinoa mix. Like I said earlier, we have protein being our main source of energy here. That's what you need to recover. So as a post-workout meal, we're looking to have that meal be high in protein, high in good carbohydrates, and then low to moderate in fat.
So can you explain to me and everyone what kind of oil you want to use, cooking spray, what kind of oils to stay away from? Do you suggest cooking with butter? Kind of just some guidelines for us there.
So when we're looking to make meals that are going to be low to moderate in fat, we've got here this PAM cooking spray. So with the cooking spray, this is actually a great option to use simply because you're not going to get a lot of fat content in there. Using canola oil, that is going to be a very good option. Macadamia nut oil, another great option. Sunflower, safflower, those are all great options that you could use for cooking oils. So when we're looking at our vegetables out here in front of us now, we have, in these two bowls, we've got some broccoli, cauliflower, tomatoes, carrots, celery, green beans. Those are all great options. You need abundant vegetables in your diet. So when making a meal like this, we want it to taste good too. So adding something like this could be very beneficial in terms of, giving a little bit of variety to that meal. Again, we talked about this with pre-workout nutrition, how we want different sources of carbohydrates. So the vegetables here are going to be more simple carbohydrates, where the brown rice and quinoa is going to be your more complex. So the more complex carbohydrates that you can get in there, the more that they're going to help refuel you and revamp those energy stores that you broke down during exercise or during a game, practice, whatever that event may have been.
Before we add the rest of the vegetables, how would you suggest that we cook this? Put them in at the same time?
I would say it's more of a preference thing than anything else, but I think that now that you've got the peppers and the chicken in there, we could go ahead and put that on the stove, get that working, and then we could add those vegetables in at a later point.
And talk to me a little bit about seasoning, because I know that there's just a lot of ways to make healthy food not taste bland.
Yes, absolutely. So what we've got here, we're just going to go with a little salt and pepper. I think that'll be a great way to keep this meal as healthy as we possibly can, and it'll keep that nutritionally sound for it being a post-workout meal. Again, you don't want to go ahead and adding a bunch of things to it that are going to deplete the healthiness of that meal. So by doing a little bit of salt and pepper there, it's still going to make it taste great. It's still going to be healthy, and you're going to get all the benefits that you need from there.
All right, let's get it on the stove
Get it on.
then.
So Danielle, with a meal like this, as you're just cooking it along, obviously you want to cook it to preference, and you don't want to leave it on the stove too long to where you're depleting some of the nutrient value of the vegetables, but keeping it in there to where they're not raw, and obviously we've added some stuff in there to enhance the flavor a little bit, but this is just going to be a great meal overall to help you recover better. And again, we're working on that 80-20 principle. So 80% of our work efforts are going towards the nutrition here, and we've already had our exercise, so we're building and we're getting better today. So you can make this a preference thing, so that rice can be served on the side, or you can additionally put it into the pan and have it kind of soak in there with some of the juices from the chicken and the vegetables. But again, that's a preference thing. As long as you're getting those nutrients in there for what is allotted in your nutritional meal, remember to check out the serving sizes on those as well. So make sure that if you are going to add the entire serving of rice in there, that it is fitting your nutritional needs, and you're making sure that you're getting those high carbs, but again, not too much to where it's excess. Well, what do you think, Danielle? Is this looking pretty good to you?
Looks pretty amazing.
All right, so we'll take this off.
Plate it up.
Now it looks like we've pretty much created a meal for two here. We had enough vegetables in there and enough protein to supply us both. So again, if you're cooking for yourself, just simply take back the portion sizes. So you don't necessarily need to do 2 chicken breasts for yourself at a time. We're trying to hit those ranges that are going to be suitable for you. Danielle is doing a great job here. She's going to plate us both, and we'll have our lunches ready for us. We chose to put the rice on the side here. Again, you could have put that into the pan and served that additionally, but we decided to just put it on the side because that was our preference. So that right there, what she just put out, was our complex carbohydrate source. It's going to allow us to help us refuel and rejuvenate our energy stores. And then we've got our protein in the chicken. We've got our vegetables, which is great to have in the diet, and an overall delicious meal.
Looks good.
Sure does. And there you have it, folks. There is a post-workout meal.
Thanks for joining us.